Hello, 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 Love Revolution beloveds. I am loving this series, and today I have such an amazing man to bring to you all today. This man and I met probably about 6 months ago, and he literally exudes love of everything that he does in all of his endeavors. He is one of those folks that literally has about 10 or 12 different plates spinning at all times and is one of the kindest, sweetest people that I know. Even when we got on this call, I was like, "How are you today?" And he said, "Joyful." And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "It's a choice." So that's where I want to start, Joel. I want you to introduce yourself to everybody, and then let's dig into that choice to be joyful.
Sure, absolutely. Dr. Love, as I call you, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me for your show here. A little bit about myself. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I have two children, two adult children, young adult children, originally from Israel. And so this is where the accent is from. I've been entrepreneur all my life. The larger part of my entrepreneurship was actually in the real estate world. And today I do, as you say, multiple things. The one thing that really filled my heart, I'm an author and a speaker, and I support people. Most people will call it coach. I don't call it coach, but I support people in their journey, in understanding their energy, understanding why they do what they do, and support them to understand that they have choices.
Yes, 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 yes. I always say that perspective is like a diamond. So there are all these different facets on a diamond, and two things can be true at the same time, even if they seem incongruent. And you said you're from Israel, and Israel is really, really struggling right now. And Gaza is struggling right now adjacent to Israel. And things in the US can be full of a struggle. And also like a diamond, there's some other truths there. Like it is a choice to be joyful. It is a choice to put our energy in places that are life-giving. And I watch you do that all the time. Do you do that with intentionality, or is it just a byproduct of how amazing you are?
Thank you for assuming that I'm amazing. Uh, well, thank you for me showing up in your life is amazing. Thank you for that. Uh, we have so much power in our words. And once I understood that, I understood that every word that coming out of my mouth, but of my soul, of my body, of energy, there is an impact to these words.
Mhm.
And so I chose to use words that are elevate my vibration and joy, love, thankfulness. This is probably the highest vibration words that we can use. It's not mean that I am every area of my life is perfect and everything is working. No, my life is like anybody else. I have great things in my life. I have things that really don't move nowhere. I have things that bring me a lot of sadness. And you talked about the war and we will call it the war in the Middle East. We will. I'm Jewish, talking about the anti-Semitism. So it's not. I'm not immune to these feelings. I do feel them. I feel the pain. I'm losing sleep over it,
Yeah.
and and I choose to be joyful
Yeah.
because even if for the moment that I say, and when you ask me how you doing, and I say I'm joyful, and even if for just 1 second I feel joyful because I choose to, and blocking everything out for my life right now, and this is a great second for me, and it's usually lasts for way longer than that because it's a mindset
Yes.
to be joyful.
Yes.
And it's not, when I start using these words, and you brought the situation in Israel and in the Gaza Strip, and
Mm.
actually up until October 7th, when the war started, I used to say the word thankful. So you ask me how you doing, I would say I'm thankful.
Ah,
And after the war started, I could not even fake it to say I'm thankful. I was in so much pain.
yes.
And And I didn't say nothing. I say, I was just like everybody else, like, I'm
Mhm.
okay, I'm not. I actually even didn't say I'm okay. I wouldn't say I'm okay. And then when time passed, and it's okay, just how long do you want to stay there, Joel? This is like Joel, I
Yeah,
can't I can't fix much.
right.
I can fix myself. I can
Hmm.
support people around me and say how long you want to stay there, and it's okay. And then I use again the word thankful, and it's brought so much sadness, and then I picked up the word joyful,
Cool.
and it does make me feel joyful just
Yeah,
by saying that, and it's a
yeah.
great thing.
Even your facial countenance changes when you say thankful. Like I can feel your energy and vibration is lower when you say thankful than when you say joyful. And
Yeah.
then and your face is more illuminated when you say joyful. You know. And so and oftentimes I think those two words many times for folks are either synonymous or very adjacent. Um and thankfulness is also a choice. Gratitude is also a choice, but it's that joyfulness. To me, joyful is almost to me thankfulness is like a cognitive brain function, whereas joyful is almost like soul level, like internal. And because you are so deeply spiritual, then also then there's that spiritual aspect, that connection to the universe. Dr. King says that the universe is on the side of justice. That's one of the principles of nonviolence.
Yeah.
And it's that connection, I think, is where that joy well comes from. How do you coach others to dwell there more frequently?
So it's a lot. It's a loaded question. And to be able to answer this question, we have to go a little bit backwards, because there is value of just saying words, even if we don't feel them, because eventually we will feel them. If we
Hmm.
keep saying the words, we'll feel them. Our subconscious mind does not know the difference. Uh, However, how I support people in their journey is really tapping into their own energy.
Hmm.
Now, energetically, we as human really sourcing ourselves from two opposite energies. Okay. And most of the time, sourcing themselves from the energy of fear.
Hmm.
So everything that we do that coming from the energy of fear, it's all about survival. It's all about automatic mechanism that we have, how we always doing the same thing. Our subconscious mind, this is always in alert of what's happened around us, who is trying to get us, how we getting somebody else, and we touch about the war in Israel.
Right.
There is no wars that made out of love.
That's exactly right.
All the wars coming out of fear. And without getting into the politics around it right now, this is not the purpose of the call, but I don't think throughout history there was ever a war that started based on love. It was
That's right.
always fear-based.
That's right.
But beside the wars between countries and between nations, we have a war in ourselves. We have a war with
Yes.
ourselves that really we are, where we sourcing ourselves. Are we in a
Yes.
survival mechanism right now? Or are we, and we're doing stuff that we're operating from survival mechanism,
Yeah.
from fear, that we don't even know why we do that. We just do it because this is how we've been doing all our life.
Yeah.
So the way that I support people is to recognize where their life got kidnapped by fear, because there's an event, there's a moment, there's an experience, there's a word, there's something that happened in our life. And usually it's prior to age 7 to 9,
Mm-hmm.
that something happened in our life, that our life gets kidnapped by the energy of fear. And from that moment and on, we're living life as this is the truth, and we're
Mm-hmm.
surviving every day.
Yes.
So when I work with people, I support them to find that moment. And once they find the moment and getting complete with the energy of fear, it's not eliminating the fear, it's not overcoming the fear, it's none of this stuff. And then they becoming free and they have a choice. So when I say, Dr. Love, if somebody will say to you, I'm afraid, and
Hmm.
and when we were kids, if we had the courage to say we're afraid, usually what will be the response?
Right. No, you're not.
No, you're not. There's nothing to be afraid of. Don't be a little girl. Don't be a little boy.
Right.
You can do
Right.
it anyway, correct?
Right.
Look at them. They're not afraid, correct?
Right. Right.
Nobody ever told us when we were growing up, it's okay to be afraid.
That's right.
It's okay. So we developed this image about fear that is something that we have to overcome. It's an emotion and it's a feeling that,
Hmm.
in a sense, it's a bad feeling. It's a bad emotions. It's a bad source of energy. And it's not true. We create many great things
Yeah.
based on the energy of fear, but we also create many bad things on the energy of fear.
Hmm.
However, when we're creating stuff from the energy of fear, usually we don't have a fulfillment. There's no fulfillment when we are operating from the energy of fear.
Hmm.
Now, when we're getting complete with the energy of fear, then we can choose. Are we choosing to continue reacting and surviving from the energy of fear? Or are we choosing to create from the energy of love?
Hmm. Hmm.
And this is when I support people,
Beautiful.
is to become aware that they have a choice. And it's not easy because the subconscious mind, our automatic way of being,
Hmm.
is so strong. However, once people getting connected to the moment, truly connecting to the moment where their life was kidnapped by the energy of fear, all of a sudden, this experience losing its power.
Yes. Yes. That's the freedom. That's the freedom right there.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so incredibly powerful. I spent decades trying, like, I spent so much energy trying to tamp down, overcome, put away, shove down negative emotions. Fear was one of them, anger was another one. Um, those were the two big ones.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid saying, I'm afraid. And I remember my parents saying, no, you're not. And my earliest recollection of that is I was 5. And in doing some of the personal work that I've done, that message came back to me. So that's so powerful that you're sharing this too, because even though I didn't do that work with you, we're on that same trajectory. And I have done that work because spending so much time tamping down an emotion is spending energy that could be spent somewhere else. Like it's not the emotion that's bad, And so it's so powerful. Again, letting others voluntarily evolve and letting ourselves voluntarily evolve. And you create this space to let others voluntarily evolve quickly.
Yeah, yeah. And we obviously, I often say, hungry people cannot feed hungry people.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So if we want to support other people to evolve, the first person that we have to support evolve is ourselves.
Yes.
I, I cannot recommend any good shampoo to you. Correct. If I will say, hey, look, you have to buy this shampoo, you say, Joe, what do you know about shampoo? When was the last time that you used a shampoo? Correct.
Right.
You will never say, hey, I have to go to Amazon to order this shampoo because Joel said it's a great shampoo. What do I know about shampoo? I don't know nothing about shampoo. Correct.
Right.
If we don't evolve ourselves, how can we support other people to
That's right.
evolve?
That's right.
It's our responsibilities to take care of ourselves, and then it's becoming effortless.
Hmm.
And and to go back to, and I'm happy that you did the work for yourself. And this is how I can picture of what the work that I do. Okay. So let's say for a second that when we are born, okay, we know subconsciously that we have to build a straight building. Our life's supposed to be a straight building.
Hmm.
Okay. And then something happened. And all of a sudden, this huge event or insignificant event. I worked with people that they were looking at that event that happened to them and said, this was nothing. I can't believe that for 30, 40, 50 years, I'm living life as this is the truth. And I work with some people that the events that they had was really trauma event that will make sense to anybody. Say, hey, this event changed your life. But it's really, it can be as insignificant as one word and one look, one touch, one little thing that completely changed our life. Okay.
Mm,
And when this happened, all of a sudden you have this one side of the building getting this energy, and then all of a sudden our building start to grow sideways.
right.
But we know in our mind that the building's supposed to be straight. Okay. So we start doing all this kind of work. We start to doing this kind of work, or we start numbing ourselves, or whatever it is that we're doing just to get the building straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are becoming successful of getting the building straight somewhere in
Yes.
the middle.
Yes.
However, I'm sure you experience it. I experienced it a million times. I said, okay, I will never do that again.
Yeah.
And then 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 100 days later, we're
Right.
doing exactly the same thing. Now, it might look different, but we're doing the same thing.
Right.
And
Right.
why is that? Because in the moment that we stop being focused,
That's right.
our building getting crooked again.
Yes. Yes.
So the work that I do is I go to that moment where the building became crooked,
Mhm.
get complete with their energy. Now the building is straight. And when we're straight and we're strong, we have choices.
Yeah. And then it's that alignment. Like you can almost, it's almost like magnets, like they're click, 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 and you can just feel it like almost, internal. At least that's what that was my experience is, when I say something that is so deeply in alignment, like where my building is perfectly straight without all those nubs and knobs and all those things, I can feel it. And because of that, then it's strengthening and then it's building neural pathways for me to do it again because I not only did I have all this other past history of trying to grow around that particular knot, now I have all these places where I've been really really strong and really really true to Elizabeth and how powerful that is, and then moving forward. So
Yeah.
yeah.
When we're operating from alignment, this is what I shared earlier. When we're operating from fear, we can still create things,
Hmm.
but we are outside of alignment and there's no joy.
Yeah.
When we're operating outside of alignment and when we're creating from the energy of fear.
Yes. Yeah.
When we are in alignment and we're creating from the energy of love, it's feel good.
Yeah.
It's feel good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
My businesses today are completely different than what they were before my awakening experience were. And today I'm involved in different businesses and I listen to my body. For me, my body is like it's in between the ribs. Like if
Yeah.
something is out of alignment, this is where I feel it.
Hmm.
And people can feel it anywhere else in the body, but
Hmm.
once every person that learning to listen to their intuitions,
Right.
then we know hey, this is doesn't feel good. What is not feeling good here? What do I need to say? What do I need to do? How do I need to shift things to make sure that they are in alignment of who I am?
Right. Exactly. 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 Oh, friend, I could talk to you for the next 5 hours. I literally could. I'm not sure people would watch a 5 hour interview with you and me talking, but maybe they would. Um, just in our last minute or two together, what is either something you'd like to share with folks, or where is it that you'd like for folks to connect with you?
And I mean, if anybody wants to read the book, I'd be happy for them to read the book. I'm certain that they will receive tremendous amount of value for the people that are in this journey,
Yeah.
that understand that life is a journey. We have choices, we have options, and so they definitely, if the eggshell effect, this is the name of the book. They can get it on Amazon. But again, this is not about me selling the book. This is about people getting into
Gaining. Yes.
getting into my world and understanding what this part of life can look like for them, regardless of where they've been until today. It's make no difference. Is today this is part of their journey, and they can choose to create from here, and really get complete with this energy of fear. And What would I leave them with? And I probably would say that, and this is a chapter in my book that's called The Willingness to be Vulnerable is the Access to Freedom.
Ah,
So if people want to be free,
wow.
the true access to it is to be willing to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable is go in front of the mirror and say, hey, this is everything that they bring in.
Wow.
And it's not good or bad. It's not, but this is everything that they bring in. Some things work in our life, some things didn't. Some things we are proud of, some things we didn't. Some things we bring us joy, some things I don't. But this is who I am. And if we are willing to look at the mirror and be vulnerable and be truthful, this is where the access to freedom starts. So, and yeah,
Beautiful, beautiful,
thank you.
beautiful, beautiful. You have such a beautiful soul. You
I
literally
appreciate it.
exude love and joy. And every time I'm in your presence, it is a gift to me. So thank you so much for sharing your love and your wisdom and your joy with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I'm certain that the person that have to hear this conversation will make an impact in their life. And you know, if you and I share a few minutes here, and if we together impact one person's life,
That's
we
right.
did our job.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Much love to you.
Much love to you, my friend. Much love to you. Love Revolution Beloveds. This is my friend Joel Holc. Y'all grab his book, reach out to him. He's got his phone number there on his screen. And yes, send him a lot of love. And until next time, this has been Love Revolution. And we are delighted that you're here. Look forward to our next interview. Thank you.